What's up YouTube, it's your boy Bernard Ferroz, and in this video I'll be giving you guys tips on how to study effectively using Eneutron. Now Eneutron by far is one of the most popular resources out there for krok 1. You might be wondering out there, how can I use this Eneutron? Like, what the hell is Eneutron? Like, I always hear Eneutron when I'm hearing about krok 1, like what the hell is that? Now, in this video, you'll be hearing some really interesting tips on how to go about using Eneutron effectively for your krok 1 studies. And please don't forget to like if you like this video, and please subscribe if you like this type of content. Now, a really interesting feature of the Eneutron website is the medical notes. Now, what are medical notes? Medical notes on this feature is basically they give you medical notes for exams on under krok 1, krok 2, which is in your 6th year if you're in medical school for aspiring students, and krok 3 if you're planning on specializing in Ukraine. Each of these sections, each subject, when you open a subject, it actually gives you a list of topics that are actually relevant to that subject in relation to krok. Actually, this section is really underrated, but it's actually very, very important. And if you're actually being creative, you can use those lists of subjects to create a personal, detailed study guide to use your textbooks to systematically go over those subjects that are actually important in relation to krok. Or if you're pressed for time and you do not have time to read or spend 4 hours to 6 hours on a particular topic, you can just open the lectures on the medical notes section, and they have really concise and brief lectures on each topic that actually go straight to the point and give you a really rough overview of the gist of the topic. Now, personally, I'm actually biased towards using the textbook, but if you're pressed for time, you can just use the other option. But personally, I would advise that you try and create time to use your textbook to prepare, but you only use this feature if you do not have time. But what do I know? I'm just a random guy on YouTube who managed to pass the exam. But medical notes. Another really interesting feature of the Eneutron website is previous bases. Now you're like, what the hell are bases? Bases are basically compilation of questions of a particular subject from a particular year. Now, if you come across a base for pathological anatomy for the year, let's say 2020. Now that's what that basically means, is that you are coming across questions only from pathological anatomy on that year 2020. So that's basically what a base is, a compilation of questions from a particular subject from a particular year. So this is actually like a concentrated form of study in which only questions from a particular subject you're actually dealing with is actually being shown to you on when you're using the base feature of the website. Now, with that said, this actually means that even if you have not completed the whole 3 years, or you're not in third course, you can actually begin to prepare for krok after you finish your first course, because by then you should be done with your medical biology. And with that done, nothing actually stops you from actually attempting the medical biology base, and so you can actually begin to prepare for krok even without you being in 3rd year. And actually, those are one of the best times to start preparing for krok if you really want to smash. Now, a drawback of the bases on Eneutron is that they have a maximum of 3 years, and some questions, or rather some subjects, actually have 2 years on their basis section. That's the main drawback on Eneutron. You have a maximum of 3 years of basis, but actually, if you play your cards right, that should be more than enough to really do well on your krok 1 exams. Now, on the basis section, the questions can range from about 65 or 60 questions all the way to 150. Some actually have 160. Depends on the subject and the year of the base section that you pick, so it varies. Now, personally, the basis is one of the best ways to actually work on your confidence and your abilities. It helps you to work on your weaknesses when you've gone through the whole year or something like that, and you realize that, hey, my part morph or my part face is not as strong as I would like it. You can decide to finish all the bases for part face or part morph, as the case may be, to actually work on and improve your strength in those core areas of the exam. Now, another section is past questions. Now, this is basically the creme de la creme of Eneutron. This is what we all know Eneutron from. This is the holy grail Eneutron website, the past questions. Now, Eneutron having about 18, a total of about 18 at the time of making this video, there were about 18 past years on the Eneutron website, dating from 2005 to 2020. Now, quite recently, the Eneutron website, they began taking questions from the retake batch and from the winter batch. So they are actually, in a year you might be seeing like 2 or 3 questions, like starting from like, actually like it started like last year, but like from then onwards, that's how I think the trend will be. And also, fun fact, on the Eneutron website, from the year 2019, the question count dropped from 200 to about 150 questions. Now, the fault is actually not from the Eneutron website, but it's actually from krok. Krok decided to reduce the number of questions that they give students for the krok and krok 1 examinations from 200 questions to 150 questions. Now, I don't know why they did that, because it doesn't really favor students, because you have lower margin of error. Because like, for example, before, if you could fail one and you could be kind of safe, but if you fail one question now, it could really drop you down a few points. So yeah, I don't know why they did that, but they did it. So if you see it on the Eneutron website, don't worry, it's completely normal. The change from 200 questions to 150 questions of recent is quite normal, so don't worry. Another feature on the Eneutron website, this is also very underrated, is the premium, or are the premium papers. Now, what are premium papers? Premium, you'll get to a point on your studying, that is if you do get to that point, that the past questions will get a bit boring, and you have seen a lot, that to the point that you actually even know what question might come next by virtue of practicing a particular year consistently. Now, premium papers help you to solve that problem. Now, premium papers, what it basically does is that it meshes different years together and like gives you a kind of like a variability of like questions. So it's not like, instead of like you doing one particular year and like going through all those years, now the premium papers just meshes like different questions from different years together to actually give you a sense of variability. Now, question of the day: if you have tips or tricks or hacks that you are using or you use to prepare for your Krok exams using the Eneutron, please don't hesitate to put it down in the comments below and help us as a community grow. And if you like this video, please like, and if you like type of content, please subscribe, and remember to always keep it real. Bye guys.